All right, welcome back to our post-game press conference here at the 2024 Mountain West Old Trapper Football Championship game. Joined now by the Boise State Broncos, back-to-back Mountain West football titles, 6th overall Mountain West football title in program history, 5th win in a championship game. Joining me on stage here, Spencer Danielson, head coach, Ashton Jeanty, running back, Shea Oladipo, defensive back, and quarterback, Maddox Madsen. Offensive MVP today, Ashton Jeanty, as you probably know, 209 yards and a touchdown. Defensive MVP, Shea Oladipo, game-high 10 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. We'll open up with a statement from the head coach, Spencer Danielson.
Well, I appreciate your guys' time as always, and I don't know if people like when I say this, but it is what it is. Like, thank you, Jesus, for the victory. And we serve a champion, and when you do and you put your heart to something and you don't run from hard work, anything's possible. And it doesn't mean it's always going to be perfect. It doesn't mean you're always going to be a part of crowd storming championship games, but you're always going to give yourself a shot when you keep the main thing the main thing. That's what this team does. And I give Jesus all the glory for it, these players, our staff. College football is in an interesting place. And, we don't want to fit in the mold of what people say you got to do. Like, this place is different. And this fan base is different. We got the best support in the country. We got the best AD in the country. President Trump, Jeremiah Dickey. Even we had our Governor Little was out there today. Like, we're just so blessed to be a part of this place. And Bronco Nation is the best around. And they show it time and time again. Complete sellouts all season long. I mean, I could stand up here all night talking about how many people I need to thank. I'm so proud of this team. And in January, when we're out on that exact same blue field and it's snowing and these guys are doing tug-of-war with their shirt off, they talked about what they wanted to do with this season, which is win a Mountain West championship and make it to the college football playoff. And they did that, not because of we asked for anything. Like, they put their head down and worked. And I'm proud of them for that. And that's gonna carry them so far in life as husbands and fathers that nothing's promised to you, man. You got to earn everything you get in life, and they did that. And I'm proud of them, and it was a very special moment that I'll never forget.
Thank you, Coach. With that, we will open it up for questions from the room. If we could keep questions for now to the student athletes, we'll take questions for them before we turn them loose and come back to Coach Danielson. So if you can raise your hand, we'll go right down here in front.
John Wistrido Press. This is for whoever wants to take it. This has kind of been your goal all year long to, win the Mountain West Championship and now get into a playoff. Doing something that this school's never done before? What's that mean for you guys?
We took it 1 week at a time, and we've been playing championship playoff football since week 1. Since January, it's been on our minds. It's been our focus. And to see it, all coming into fruition, all the hard work that we put in, like Coach D said, tug-of-war, outside on the blue, early in the morning while everybody's asleep, all the hard work is paying off.
Just how cool was it to, have the fans rush to the field, be out there with you, and just kind of all that craziness?
Honestly, it was surreal. Never seen anything like that on the blue, so that's a way to go out. But honestly, it was just a blessing to be able to see all of our teammates and everything that, like Ashton said, everything that we did in the dark come to fruition, and how people really got to see how much got to see the team that really loves each other.
Similar to John's question, but I mean, you guys are confirmed in the playoffs. We've kind of danced around it all year. I didn't want to talk about it too much, but you guys are there. What's the excitement level right now?
Super excited. It's never been done here at Boise State, and to get that done, and not only that, but my last game on the blue, Shea's last game on the blue, it means everything.
And then Ashton, just your 75-yard touchdown run. You're running down the sideline. I think the second fastest person on the field was Coach Danielson trying to sprint after you.
I beat him for a couple steps. Let's not get that twisted. Pulled my hammy, but I'll be all right.
But just what you're thinking as you broke free, your teammates are cheering, the fans are cheering. What's going through your mind now?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was coming. We knew we were going to break one, but, great job with the O-line, tight ends, receivers, blocking, and, I'm just running down excited and just thankful to make a play for my team. And, Coach D been doing that all year, so, he getting his little conditioning every week.
This is for Ashton and Shay. I'm John Patrick with KTIK. Last game on the blue, was there a moment at any point during the game where you just had a chance to reflect on, the last 4 years or the last 3 years of your career here?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I woke up, that was all that was on my mind. Just so grateful for this program, for all the coaches, all the people, the community, just everybody that believed in me. And I mean, I took it all in like the whole game. I mean, it was just an amazing experience, and I wouldn't want to go out any other way.
For me, I think it was what was it? We had 2:04 left when they called a timeout, and our offense on the field, they got to get a first for the game to be over. And I just got on my knees and prayed because honestly, it was a moment of just being able to take a look at a team that honestly was able to love each other, but honestly a team that believes in each other. They believed in me. They never gave up, and honestly also a fan base that was just ferocious tonight. Like, I'm going to address it in the room. He didn't know where Boise was at, but he found out tonight.
DJ Rains, Bronco Nation News. Talk about that when you ran him down there before the end zone, because if they'd have scored there, I mean, a lot of guys would have just given up. But you make the tackle short, and then you guys end up stopping and keeping him out of the end zone there. How big was that play?
I think it was just another play from my brothers.
Massive play. It's probably the biggest play in the game.
I think, honestly, it was just another play. We talk about on our team, pursuit wins championships, and that's what it did tonight. Where, honestly, we say we can never give up, and it's honestly three or out, like 3 or nothing. We had to give ourselves a chance, and that's what we did.
What can you say overall about the defensive effort tonight? 6 sacks, a takeaway, holding them to 7 points, in a championship game. That the offense that could put up a lot of points and yards. I mean, how were you guys able to shut them down tonight?
Communication, eye control, and execution. We had to make sure that we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot tonight, and that's what we did. And we went out and we just pursued it. We tackled. I think there wasn't a play where there wasn't multiple guys around the ball. We love to pursue to the ball. We love each other, and we show it with how we play.
Well, this is for the players. Alan Snow with LVSportsBiz.com from Las Vegas. Boise State has a national reputation for having a competitive team year in, year out, and I was wondering what's your perspectives on UNLV, which is kind of new to this kind of stuff, and they've showed a lot of strides under Barry Odom. Talk a little about UNLV's new narrative about you guys have gone head to head now in 2 championship games in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I'll answer that question. Preparing for those guys is something that's next level. A lot of respect for those guys. You talk about a team that is well coached and very disciplined in almost every moment of the game. And so there's a lot of respect for them and their players. They've got a lot of dudes that can make plays, and they'll have the chance at the next level too. But it's awesome to be able to go against them, I guess, multiple times now last year. And they're getting better. They're well coached, and it's cool to see them kind of come to the rise.
KTVB. Ashton, you and your teammates earned the opportunity to play on championship weekend, which is obviously a good opportunity. National television, prime time. I don't know if you saw this yet, but 2 former Heisman winners, Matt Leinart and Mark Ingram, are striking the Heisman pose after you scored on that touchdown. What type of statement did you make with the Heisman votes due this weekend?
I think the same thing week after week, that not only is this one of the best teams in the nation, but they got one of the best players in the nation.
Max, I'll ask you to follow up on that. You get to hand the ball off to Ashton Jeanty. What type of statement did he make tonight with the Heisman votes due again this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ash just said it himself. He is the best player in college football, and when you get to hand the ball off to him and let him take off, it just sees every minute of it, and he is the best player in college football and deserves every little bit of that Heisman Trophy.
This is for Maddox. If you can talk a little bit about what you as a player, how you've been able to develop with having a good running game and having Ashton back there. What has having him back there meant to you and meant to this offense this year?
Yeah, it means the world. I mean, like I just said, he's the best player in college football. So to have him in the backfield opens up so many aspects of the game itself, and especially on offense. But
it's a blessing. It's one of those things that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to look back and be like, I guess almost, I'm just grateful for the fact that I got to play with the best player in college football at the moment.
Shay, this was a team that was averaging, I think, 38 points a game, and you held them to 7 points. Just what was the defensive focus like this week? And just you touched on it, the sacks you were able to get to him so much.
I think we'll definitely give a shout out to our coaches because we have one of the best coaching staffs in the country. They get us more prepared than anyone, anything. Like, we knew everything that was going to happen, and we were prepared, and we focused on just, like I said, not shooting ourselves in the foot. So the focus was honestly, like, Coach D came in on our team meeting and said, you beat him once. What's stopping you from doing it again? So we just knew that we had to go and execute on our own terms, and as long as we dominated the line of scrimmage, we tackled and let them know that we're here, we would win this game.
And then, Ashton, 128 yards for you last time you played them, a season low, 209 tonight. What was the biggest difference, do you think?
Just execution of the offense. I mean, just being great on all downs. And I think for me personally, I didn't have one of my best games. I missed a few runs that I usually make, but there was no way I was going to let them stop me. There was no way the O-line was going to let them stop us tonight.
Ashton and Maddox, that first half might have been the best first half offensively you guys have put up this year. I guess firstly, would you guys agree? But also just what was going so well for you guys in that first half?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at our offense and just the efficiency of throughout the whole thing. There was a lot of rhythm, and I don't know if that's something like we've been lacking, but we've been able to get it back the last couple of weeks, and so to get that back in the first half was huge.
Yeah, just like Mad Dog said, I think we were very efficient today in all aspects, passing and running, and it all just came together, and we were all on the same heartbeat.
To be, Ashton, just curious. There are numerous times throughout the game where the entire stadium is chanting your name. Do you hear that at all? And if so, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I definitely hear it. It's too loud not to hear it. But sometimes it's funny. Like, I want them to be quiet because then, like, they letting the defense know we're about to run the ball. But, it's amazing. And that's just another testament to this community, to the fans, and, how they love not only me, but, this team. And it gives me all the confidence and the energy to just dominate.
Shay, one for you. When Spencer was made the permanent head coach, he said the best is yet to come at Boise State. And if you know the history of this program, man, that seems like it's something that's lofty to deliver. But now you guys are back-to-back champs in the Mountain West for the first time ever and going to the college football playoff for the first time ever. What is it about Spencer that allowed you guys to accomplish something that even this program has never done 2 times over?
So after we got back from the winter break, after the bowl game, I met with Coach D. He hands me a bracelet. It says, love Jesus, treat people right, and work hard. He embodies it every day, and at that moment, we adopted it as a team. So as we go on, I think with Jesus at the center, like he said, we are truly using God's divine power among us, and we really are a team that prays, and we really love the Lord. So at that moment, we also decided what our goals were going to be. And like Ashton said, in January, we had decided we want to be the first team to do something that's never been done before. So after that, the decision, choices were already made. We there was no what ifs. There was go execute and go get it.
Yeah, it's Chuck Culpepper from the Washington Post. Ashton, 344 carries, I think it is, across 13 games. Even though just the words sound tiring, but now you're not going to play for 25 days, most likely. Does that sound nice, or are you one who would like to just continue next week?
Man, that's the best thing I've heard all day, man. That's just it's great, not just for me, but for the team, to get guys back healthy and fresh, and when guys are healthy and fresh, and we just play different. We play so much better, and it's just a blessing to have this, this bye week, and we gonna put it together and get ready for the next opponent.
Any further questions for our student athletes? Ashton, Shea, Maddox, congratulations. Good luck in the college football playoff.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Questions for Spencer Danielson? If you can raise your hand, we'll get our mics to you. Started with Jay.
Jay Tuss, KTVB. Spencer, I was kind of asking Shea there. When you got hired, you said that the best is yet to come for Boise State. And as I mentioned, that seems like a pretty lofty thing to say. Is this what you envisioned when you said that?
Yeah, Jay, and you guys know me. I believe with God all things are possible. And knowing this would happen, no, I didn't know exactly what it would look like, but, I believe in our team. I believe in when you work for something that you get what you deserve and you get what you earn in life, and these guys did it. And if we could it's easy to say that, but then if you don't put the work in, nothing's going to come from that. And our team did it. Our staff did it. It's not me. I'm very open with people about that. I'm here to support and serve these kids, this staff. That's my job. And they're the ones that go out and do the work and put it in to get to this point and earn what we've earned to this point.
Earlier this week, I asked you about Ashton and the Heisman Trophy race being over, and you said it wasn't over. At the time, you kind of said that your message will eventually, happen. Is this the moment that it happens, and what type of statement did he make getting the opportunity to play on championship weekend?
Yeah, in regards to the Heisman, and I'm very open about this, I ask all voters, please just watch the film. Watch the film, watch the stats. That will show you that he's the best football player in the country. But I also want to make sure people know what type of young man he is, because I believe that goes into it too. When you're a Heisman candidate, your team should play in a championship game. And seeing what he did to go win a championship game for his team also speaks volumes. And when you see the type of young man he is, unanimous captain, one of the first in the building, one of the last to leave. We have a ton of conversations all the time, and it's all about the team. It's the greatest team sport on the planet. The Heisman should be not only the best player, but one of the best teammates, in my opinion, as well. That's Ashton Jeanty. Loves Jesus. He works hard. He treats people right in everything he does. And God has such an amazing plan for his life, more than just football. But right now he showcases week in and week out that he's the best football player in the country. And I don't think it's even close.
Spencer, similar to what I ask these guys, I know we've kind of scarce us a little bit around the CFP rankings, and you said you don't care what ranking. I assume we'll be watching on Sunday, and were you expecting a first round bye?
Yeah, we'll see. At this point, we're in. And I'm so proud of our team. We're going to do a watch party as a team on Sunday, and we'll see what happens. And I know we're going to have another opportunity to play as a team, because this team will never be the same again. We got a great group of seniors. This is Ashton's last season here. So wherever we go play, whoever we play, we're excited to work our tails off to go play our best.
Now the game's over. Is there anything you saw, again, we've just got really good offensive first half, anything you saw from the last game against UNLV that you changed to kind of make this game so well for you guys?
Yeah, first off, ton of respect for Barry Odom and his staff. Think the world of the players he's been able to recruit. What he's done in 2 years at UNLV, it's special. I think extremely highly of him. And like I said, the players he's around. And I'm very open about Woodard, their linebacker. I think he's one of the best players we've seen all season long. And there's multiple others on their team. But our team just, went to work. And that, there's so many things. We beat Oregon State to end the regular season, and all the hype on this game. And I tell our team, we've been in playoff football since we put the ball down in Georgia 3 months ago. There has been no time for us to take our foot off the gas. We knew that. Everybody else knew it. Everybody else told me that going in. And our team just went to work 1 week at a time. Line them up, knock them down. And we beat UNLV. It was a dogfight in Vegas a couple weeks ago. And everyone then told me, it's really hard to beat a team twice. It's really hard to win back-to-back championships. And I get that. It is hard. But at the end of the day, this is a whole new game. And we knew Friday night we were going to give their best, and we had to earn the right to be our best. And I'm proud of our team with the adjustments they made. But it's a testament to our players. The play with Shea Oladipo came up. I mean, you talk about the relentless effort to get them down on, the 4-yard line. That's uncommon. The easy thing is kind of get there and jog at the end and then, they scored. That's not this group. That's not this group. That's nothing I did. That's these young men. And seeing them stay in the fight, keep swinging down after down is how you win championships.
Spencer, watching you as your players were talking, you looked like you had a little bit of an emotional look on your face. What was going through your mind as you were just listening to your players?
Man, you're going to make me start crying in front of everybody? No. No, I love these kids. I mean, that's the only reason I coach is to develop them for life. And I understand the scoreboard that I answer to in regards to college football. I'm judged on what happens 12 nights a year, but that's not the scoreboard that really matters to me. It's 10, 15, 20 years from now, seeing these guys be better husbands and fathers and seeing them, how they talk, how they're around each other. At Boise State, we define love as action and sacrifice, and that's what they do. It's not some rainbows and butterflies, everything's good, so we love each other. No, it's sacrifice, it's action, it's hard. It's also telling people the truth. And that's what these kids do. So seeing them reap the benefits of their hard work when nothing's promised to you, like I know how much that's going to give them dividends in life years down the road when football's over for them. That's what is so special to me. And they impact me every single day I'm around them.
Yesterday just about the history of this place and what this means to you and what this win would mean. I mean, to now forever for your seniors, for you, for your team, they're going to say, 2006, 2009, and they're going to say 2024, regardless of what happens from here. I mean, what does it mean just with all the history of this place, to add this team to that, long lineage of historic teams here?
Yeah, BJ. I mean, we talked a lot about legacy this week and throughout this season because that's what this team wanted to do. They wanted to leave a legacy, which is your actions have resounding effects years to come. And that's what they set out to do in January, to leave a legacy. And this senior class, this group of players, Ashton Jeanty, a part of that, I mean, this is a legacy that people will talk about for years to come. And sitting on that podium, seeing Bronco Nation swarm the field, I mean, those are moments that can change everything for a program to accelerate you forward to the future because we're going to be different here. That's what I talk about. You're built different when you come to Boise State. And that's that doesn't say perfect. It doesn't say that we're better than somebody else. But when you win a championship like this with a group of guys that a lot of them could have gone anywhere else in the offseason, they said, no, I want to be part of something different, something special. Families knew this is where they're going to grow, develop, to be better husbands, fathers. That's different. And those are the type of players we're looking for now, even in recruiting, is if you want to be a part of something different, come here. If you don't, this ain't the place for you. I promise you, I'm going to drive you crazy. And being able to have moments like today that will resonate throughout history at Boise State and for years to come, I mean, it's very special.
Spencer, you have a great relationship with Chris Peterson. He was in the house today. Did you get a chance to talk to him before the game? And if so, what advice or what did he say to you?
I didn't talk to him before the game. We talked earlier this week, but he was in the locker room waiting for me after the game, and I gave him a big hug, man. I mean, Coach Peterson's a huge mentor of mine. I think the world of him. I pick his brain on everything, and he's such a huge resource for me. I'm just so thankful for Coach Pete.
And I know the great deal of appreciation you have for Bronco Nation and the fans. To have 36,000 fans just come out onto the field after the game, celebrate, kind of a crazy scene, but how special was that to be in there with them?
Yeah, I mean, we have the best fan base in the nation, and if I could personally go around to every single one of them, it took me a long time to get to the podium because I wanted to say thank you to all of them. I mean, they show up here no matter, and we've had some tough years here, and they still continue to show up, show out for this team. They care about their team, they love them, they support them, and so I'm just so thankful for Bronco Nation. I mean, I really do believe we have the best fan base around, and they showed up in a major way, and we knew they would. And they came, how loud it was for opponents' offense, even tonight. I mean, they know where Boise is now.
Spencer, some of these great teams are being mentioned here went undefeated and still didn't get a chance to contend for a national championship that you guys are going to have now. What was it like going into this game this week knowing there's no question, like we win, we're in? And have you thought much about what that can do for the respect of your program now to even more so than you've had to this point to play in an event like that?
Yeah, when the college football playoff got expanded, it's such a big opportunity for all schools because there's years where Boise State was undefeated and never really had an opportunity to play for a national championship. Now, as a competitor, all you want's a shot. That's what I told our team. I mean, all you want's an opportunity. And we set goals for our team, and then we went to work. I mean, it's not something that I don't talk about it a lot. But our guys, we wanted to make sure we had our best day in and day out process. And so now being able to get to this point, I do believe moments like tonight, can accelerate you forward at a very fast pace and really have potential to change everything in a positive way. And that's the legacy this senior class is leaving. They're going to be able to look back on years from now and see what is built here, no different than our team is privy to right now. I mean, we sit in a beautiful facility that was not built by this team. It was built by decades of winning seasons, blue-collar young men, chip on their shoulder, counted out, came here, won those games that got this place built to this point. It's our job to push it forward to new heights, and that's a legacy that this group is leaving.
I know that John said that Chris Peterson was here, but Post Malone was here. Big Noon Kickoff was here. You got
Post Malone was
you got the semifinal committee here. In the college football playoff. Have you taken a moment just to consider how wild tonight was, and who's paying for the goalpost that's in the Boise River?
That's Jeremiah Dickey. If you guys need to figure that, no. But it was, even going into this week, I mean, and what you love about college football, I joke with our staff, I mean, we beat Oregon State, and it wasn't within 5 minutes that everybody said, well, good win, but the next one's the biggest game of the season. And that's college football. I mean, you got to take it week to week, but knew going into this game, how much was on it. Not only for the championship game, for the playoff, for the future, for years to come, for Boise State football. And that's why so much, I knew our guys were going to be ready to roll. I knew that. I was focused on making sure they cut it loose tonight. And I literally told them on Monday and then again yesterday, we're going to cut it loose and it's going to be a party on the blue. And it was tonight. And because I don't want them going out there tight, oh, this is such a big game, so now I got to be someone different. I got to put my Superman cape on. No, do your job. Your best is enough and your best is required. I promise you, if you cut it loose, we're going to party on this blue. And they did that. They put the work in snap after snap, snap after snap. I told them we played UNLV 5 weeks ago. There was 170 snaps in that game. 6 seconds roughly a snap. We're talking 17 minutes of football that I need from you to lay it on the field, and those guys did.
Follow up about your quarterback, Maddox Madsen. He is now 13-1 as a starting quarterback at Boise State. How impressive is that? And then how impressive was his effort tonight? Because from the jump, he was pretty dialed, it seemed.
Yeah, Maddox Madsen is an elite competitor. How he preps. I mean, I talked with Dirk earlier, and I mean, Maddox had his best week of prep because that's who he is. He's not hoping the game goes well. Like, he's going to put the work in to make sure it does. And he's playing at an elite level right now. I mean, his touchdown-interception ratio, one of the best in the country for a long time, how he leads this team. And that's how we can stay efficient. Everybody knows we got the best football player in the country standing right next to him, but how he's able to operate the offense, make the throws he needs to make, and be smart with the football. That's championship football, is not turning the ball over, scoring points in the red zone. I mean, Maddox Madsen carries that weight, and he's an absolute, he's a tactician on the football field, and he does it week in and week out.
Spencer, you referenced your respect for Barry Odom at UNLV, and I'm just kind of curious as an observer looking from without and looking at the UNLV football program, how hard and how difficult is it to turn around a program that had a legacy of losing to playing you guys twice in a championship game in 2 years in a row now?
Yeah, I mean, Barry Odom, I think, has done a phenomenal job at UNLV. And what he walked into and what he built in 2 years, going to back-to-back championship games, I mean, the record he has, who he recruited, the coaches he has. I mean, Barry Odom is one of the best coaches in the country. And I got a ton of respect for him. I honestly wish we didn't continue to play him all the time because he's a guy I'd love to pick his brain even more. I mean, I think extremely highly of him and in the program he runs and what he's built there, and I know he's only going to continue to push it forward.
Any further questions for Coach? With that, thank you, everybody, for attending. One more. We got one more. Last word, Jay.
One more. I'm sorry. Spencer, I guess the beautiful part of this point in the season now is you guys get to earn opportunities to play more games. Knowing how close and connected your team is, how hard will they fight for another opportunity to advance through the college football playoff and continue to play games with each other.
Yeah, Jay, I mean, and like I said, like I talked about earlier, I mean, we have been in playoff football since this season started. I mean, that's been our mentality. It's the next game is the most important game of the season because it's the next one. It's going to be no different going forward, and there's going to be even more hype on every game we play. And I know our guys are going to go to work. Our staff's going to go to work. We're going to focus on our process. And no different than we talked this week. I said, hey, guys, it's about us doing us better this week. That's what it's about. We know that we're going to have a really talented UNLV team coming here, hungry for the same thing. And we're going to focus on being our best version of ourselves day in and day out. And whoever we play, they're going to get our best.
Spence, congratulations on another championship. Congratulations and well-deserved on the Coach of the Year. And good luck in the college football playoff.
Thanks, Jesse. God bless you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody, for attending our press conference. A copy of today's press conference will be made available. Just contact Phil Perry in our office. Appreciate you.